discovering purpose and belonging well-earned, fighting and winning for our nation and its people. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment is visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine.
The lead here for OPTIC Gaming of 1. Then can he win this? Indeed, applying pressure right to the shoulders. Oh, this is a pivotal moment in this game, and the Rockets could just do everything. He misses the beat down, he snaps up. Oh my God! Wobbling them wings into the overkill. Normal gets the sword now as a reward.
Welcome back to the HCS Orlando Major. Well, I tell you what, it looks sunny there, but the sun is setting in Florida. But with it getting quieter outside, it only gets louder in here because we have a jam-packed room for the next series, including our VIP lounge. And Lovestack hooking us up with the cute and comfy furniture to sit back and enjoy the matches on. I gotta say, I wouldn't mind a couple of those up here on the desk.
Where have those been all weekend? Because my feet hurt so bad, I need a beanbag real bad.
Dude, I sank into one of those for like 30 minutes yesterday. I was like, I looked at my watch, I was like, I need to move. It was bad. I was like, I've missed a lot of work.
For World Championships, beanbags up here. That's it.
Yes.
No
They
deaths.
get real cozy, real quick.
Stuff. Yeah,
We definitely need some of those for sure to get a little bit comfy as we watch all of the main stage action, of course. And look, speaking of Worlds as well, World Championships, it has been the name of the game pretty much today, yesterday, it will be tomorrow as well, as we of course get our top 12 qualifications happening for the World Championships coming up next. And you may have noticed that earlier on I had Tashi on the desk to talk us through a really cool collab that are actually being done with partner teams, and it's our merch collab. You can see our United merch happening here as well. And our partner teams are collaborating to bring you guys some pretty sick merchandise, and this all will be available in person at Halo World Championships in Seattle, which is going to be amazing because we've got all of this stunning merch, which is bad news for your wallets and your pockets, because all of that will probably be going into all of this on your body.
I'm just saying, save me some extra larges because I will be buying all of those. Like genuinely, they are the sickest designs. I think they look so cool. They're great. I'm picking them all up.
I love how you're making your claim. You're like, I'm an extra large, just like you know, for every single piece of product out there. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a match to set up, and it's going to be an absolute banger. OPTIC versus EU United. This is going to be wild, and it's going to be wild because obviously EU United have been on the come up. OPTIC Gaming have just been lights out. They haven't skipped a beat, and it's been absolutely amazing, along with the fact that they have gotten over that Game 5 curse. They've managed to actually do that early on in map number 5 with FaZe in game number 1 for them. Excuse me, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, but I'll tell you what, I'm here for OPTIC. That is for damn sure. We actually do have our keys to victory coming through as well here, and I want to discuss these with you guys. What do you think it takes for OPTIC to really bring this one across the line against a very hot United?
I know it's a very cliche thing to say, right, but you've got to keep doing what has brought you success so far in this tournament. They played against FaZe. We talked about that. That series was back and forth, but in those clutch final moments, that's where my eyes are always looking at OPTIC, right? Are they playing tight together? Is anyone trying to make that hero play? Because that's what they're trying to avoid. That's what they've been working so hard on as a squad, not just as individuals. If they can do that, then maybe they can take this series. But I think E United are going to have a big say in this series as well.
I think they are as well. I mean, take a look at that second bullet point, right? Fast pace and Slayer force E United to make mistakes. That's easier said than done in Slayers. That's the reason it's the key to victory. You know they're going to be ready in the Slayer department on the United side of the stage.
Yeah, they certainly are. OPTIC obviously having a great track record though in Slayer, 5-1 currently coming into this one. So huge stuff across the board for these guys. And I got to say, with that first bullet point, in terms of the balance, the fact that the KDs across the board for this team, and we mentioned it before, the lowest being a 1.23 and the highest of 1.36, it's really hard to stop these guys. When it comes to pacing though, up against the United do like to dictate it, right? They like to slow things down. OPTIC like to push things forward. forward, this could be a little bit of like a counterbalance here. I'm curious to find out what E United are going to have to say to try and slow down the Optic boys.
I think don't fall into the trap, because E United will be setting them, especially on those control-based game types. You're looking at a couple of players who love to play those control-based game types as well. You got Ryan Oob, you know, the professor. He would have been in the lab tinkering about, thinking how we want to approach things. You've got Snipe down on the team now, who just seems to be completely revitalized here in Orlando from what we've seen before, and everybody else on that team. Rain, we've seen him pop off Suspector. Both of them, everyone here has just seemed to find a level of comfort we haven't seen from them so far.
Now we have the keys to victory on E United here, and Goofy. E United 5-0 in the first map of the series this weekend. What do you make of what they need to do to really start off hot?
For me, it's that first bullet point right there. Start off hot. I would consider E United the underdog going up against the favorites here, Optic Gaming. They're going to need to come out strong, win game one, and really control the power weapons all series long. You have a bunch of absolute powerhouse slayers on the Optic side. You want to get the power weapons, the sniper rifles, the rockets in the hands of someone like Snipedown, who's been having a fantastic event on that top 5 KD leaderboard so far here in ACS Orlando. So really start off strong and control the power weapons for E United.
Now we talk about series layout sometimes and how much that can impact a series in itself. But E United, they're 4-0 in Oddball, and which is going to be on map 4. So not letting it go the distance is going to be really, really important. Where do you think the balance kind of comes into that one in terms of E United and their mentality heading into the series?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think E United does need to do it in 4, and it wasn't always the case that Optic was a good Game 5 team, but it seems like over the past few months, Optic has become a fantastic Game 5 team. So couldn't agree more. I think if they want to do it, they should try to do it before we get to that 5th Slayer.
Amazing stuff. Well, we're not going to waste any time up here, gentlemen. It's been short and sweet, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because we're heading over to our casters to get this series underway. It's going to be amazing. Optic versus E United. We've got Shurzy and Gaskin on the mics.
Well, well, well. Winners semi-finals then. Optic Gaming up against E United. Will the Optic Gaming war machine keep rolling on, or will it be ground to a halt by E United?
I'll tell you what, if anyone could do it, I think maybe it could be E United. I wouldn't have said that before this tournament started, but E United have looked like a different team to what we saw online most recently in that Grunt Classic. They have changed everything. Their whole approach has changed. Onset was talking about it on the desk. Control game types have been perfect for them, but no King of the Hill featuring in this series layout. Is that going to prove to be difficult for E United going up against an Optic Gaming roster who have looked unstoppable?
The green wall chants ring out already. We haven't even kicked off. Have E United packed the sledgehammer?
You've got to come into this hot. You cannot afford to allow E United to take game 1 here and just ruin that perfect record we've seen so far from Optic Gaming. Shut down Snipedown. Make sure that he doesn't grab this sniper rifle, because if you allow him, he is going to tear through you. Snipedown has looked ridiculous at this event.
Shields up, weapons hot. We're underway here.
And already, you can see these guys contesting this sniper rifle. They know the importance of it. Snipedown is there waiting, but what an important grenade that could prove to be. Make sure that Snipedown cannot escape with that sniper early.
A and C then. For both teams, B is the point of contention very soon. And Suspector pops up, takes the shield, takes the face. Over shield. It's just popped up now. And it's E United making moves over towards it. But the anchor point and Suspector has been taken away. The flank comes through. Rain goes down. Ryan Noob eliminated. And Trippy's got the overshield.
First overshield. How vital could that be? And both these teams are undefeated in their map 1 so far this tournament as well. So this map 1 could be huge in terms of who will actually follow up and get a victory in this series. Stronghold's very difficult to try and navigate at times, but A and B in control of E United at the moment.
Ryan Noob desperately trying to stay alive. Trippy was in no mood to extend his life. Rain will also hit the respawn screen. 3 dead. Snipe down the last man standing.
Finally, Optic Gaming will wrestle back control. And one thing E United have criticized themselves for is struggling to break setups. They're okay when they have the setup. They feel like they could get 250 points in one go. But can you break the green wall?
Green wall going to set up, and it's inside here. One goes down, but it's a trade. Repulsive play! Hits the body and finds the face. Killing spree, double kill. Lucid's already cooking.
He says, if you're not going off the map, I'll finish you off myself. And now he pays his attentions over towards B. E United, during that, did use it as a distraction technique, have been able to start scoring. That's one thing E United are very good at, is some scrappy time. There's always going to be method behind that madness for this roster.
The scrappy time, though, will come to a halt. OPTIC Gaming secure B and C. Flirting with getting A as well, it would seem. Players down to no shields. It's going to be a backstab once more. Lucid behind enemy lines. They've got control of tower. All four dead for E United.
And now do we see OPTIC Gaming push into A, go for that trip cap? Well, I tell you what, if you've got an overshield, the answer is absolutely hell yes. And now we're going to see United just desperately, frantically trying to escape their spawn here, because OPTIC are going to surround them, try and pinch them, and try and keep us all on this trap.
Triple cap was locked in tight. It's finally been released. 59 points and still climbing. 26 for E United. 2 go down. Formal again is catching these E United players on the hop. Ryan Noob, last man standing. It's not for long. He's currently sitting at 0-5. You cannot be having that in the winner's semi-finals.
This is where OPTIC Gaming can punish E United, punish them for their weaknesses. Their inability to break setups at times could really prove to be a difficult time for them right now. Formal can be in a position to watch over spawners over towards B, but he also knows he has a big responsibility just to guard C right now.
Got CCTV all around it. And E United are coming from Nest. Right into the path of Formal and indeed Lucid. Rain tries to get away. Formal in no mood for it though. Suspector. Gonna be a 1v1. And it's Formal who loses out, but it's not for long. A killing frenzy for Trippy.
Trippy has been insane this tournament and is looking to make a difference once more. OPTIC Gaming are on a tear. You called them a war machine. At the moment, they are herding E United like cattle.
What a special talent Trippy is. Sniper rifle and heatwave. What more could you want? Possibly the overshield, but it's not going to be up in time. He's turning his attentions now over towards B. Suspector will have a sniper rifle shot fired just over his dome. Snipe down, excuse me. Looks to get frisky over towards Sandbags. Overshield coming up imminently.
My eyes glance to the top right-hand side of the screen. Rhino still yet to find a kill. Does have 4 assists, but that's always going to weigh on your shoulders as a player when you know you haven't been involved in actually finishing a player off. Snipe down will at least take down Formal, but Trippy has still escaped with this sniper rifle, maneuvering his way around the map, constantly finding new angles, but not quite connecting with that shot.
Moving counterclockwise, keeping his team on a pivot, playing that anchor point. Information downloading all the time. Heatwave still in his hands to use as well to clear out A if he needs to. B in control of OPTIC Gaming. They're slowing this down for a moment.
But this is where E United say they have their strengths, right? They've wrestled back control. They can now find some structure. Can they keep OPTIC Gaming back? Or are we going to see OPTIC show why they are one of the best teams? Because they can break these setups, because they can break the structure that is trying to be assessed and assembled here by E United.
Ryan Noob has currently captured more strongholds than he's got kills. That needs to change. 2 kills go in favor though. Rain and FaZe snipe down. EW has been taken care of here. Trippy, sniper rifle still in his hands. He's gonna have to be wrestled out of it. Cold, dead and clutching. Ryan Noob has been ninja'd possibly. I don't want to say it. Finds the body though of one more player of E United. And they're on the ropes and they're reeling.
They had a mild period of success there where they were at least able to get 15 to 20 points on the board. But now OPTIC Gaming regain control, and every single time OPTIC have had control, they're putting 50, 60 points on the board. E United are not getting back into this game if they keep allowing that to happen.
190 to 67. The full push, the full hit onto B. Rain and Ryan Noob go down though. APG on Nest. All alone for a moment, isolated, but it doesn't matter. Suspector has got 2 members of OPTIC Gaming to play with. And here comes the push, here comes the boom. Formal gets another kill.
Overshield's going to be popping as E United lose all 4 members, but they are going to spawn over towards dummies, so it's the perfect opportunity to get there. Rhino reeling though, has to back off at no shields. Overshield is just going to be gifted here to Formal. No! Big grenade from Suspector. Maybe they could get an OV. Maybe this could be the start for E United to do something.
An opportunity. Rhino finally registers his first kill, but OPTIC Gaming have already got 224 points. Is it too little, too late? Half the overshield left to play with as well. Trippy's got the world in his hands. Heatwave to boot. They've got A and C, and they're waiting on E-United to make the first move.
It's looking real easy for OPTIC Gaming right now. The fact they were able to still guarantee that overshield despite the big grenades. And Trippy now, players aren't even looking at him at this point, and he's still managing to just help out his teammates. 246, 248, it's gonna tick over to 250. OPTIC Gaming look flawless so far in this tournament.
Well, well, well. You don't have to go to Yard House to get a breadstick, because Ryan Noob, he was sitting on one nice and pretty, and that is going to do his confidence. It's going to shatter it to pieces.
Very difficult having those games as a player. You know full well it would have been in his mind throughout the entire game that he hadn't registered a kill. But Ryan Noob is a veteran. Ryan Noob has been here many a time before, and I'm sure he will be able to put that behind him. As we look at those statistics, we will see Lucid with 13 kills, OPTIC Formal with 12, and this is something OPTIC have been doing very impressively throughout this tournament, is sharing the load, sharing the kills. Everyone steps up when they need to.
On the other side of things, Suspector, 12 and 9 with the 1 assist. He tried, he huffed and he puffed, but he couldn't blow the green wall down. And looking at the damage, it's going to be Lucid on 4,000 damage. Although the kills were distributed evenly, it was Lucid doing the most.
And if Lucid can run freely through the meadows like he did there in live fire, I think this is going to bode well for OPTIC Gaming fans. Remember, right at the start of this tournament, I said live fire has not looked like the home it once was for this roster. They've been changing that slowly but surely throughout this tournament, and as it's gone on, and they made that look like child's play. Remember, a killing frenzy from Trippy during that game. That's how comfortable it was for them.
OPTIC Gaming used to be full-time tenants at Livefire. They stepped out for a little while, but they're starting to pay the rent once more. That one was commanding.
It's going to be a tough pill to swallow for E-United because that was so one-sided. They never had an opportunity to get any sort of setup, any sort of structure. Can they change their fortunes though going into map number 2, Slayer on Recharge? Both teams have got a 1-0 record so far this tournament. Both teams looked very successful on this map when they played it so far this tournament. But is it going to be one step too far now for E-United, even though they looked incredibly impressive earlier on in pool play? OPTIC Gaming have always looked that extra tier above everyone else so far. Now is when you really need to answer your critics if you're E-United. Now is when you need to step up.
An avenue, a road, a path back into the series for E-United. OPTIC Gaming, they struck first, they struck fast. They're looking to do the same thing here again. 2 down a piece, snipe down, he goes for the camouflage, unsuccessful. But so is Trippy. It's still a scrap, it's still a brawl, 4-4, all tied up.
In the most recent online tournament, the Grunt Classic, OPTIC's weakest game type was Slayer, but that has very much changed here in Orlando. 5-1 their record on Slayers at the moment, and I tell you what, they don't look like losing one right now, but as I say that, a couple of players will fall. Trippy goes down first, but they're managing to get the trades. I think that's what OPTIC do very well. When they lose one player, instantly someone else is there to try and respond, try and get that trade. Don't allow the other team to have the advantage.
That advantage currently sits with OPTIC Gaming. The 1-kill lead. Slender as it is, it can be the base, the foundation to build upon. Lucid putting down damage, Trippy on hand to clean up that damage he did put down. APG there. He will pick up the kill on the snipe down. A double kill make it as he locks into.
And the great escape there from Lucid as well. Somehow stays alive, gets his shield back, and will now kill Rain, who was the player that was behind him, chasing him. Lucid constantly evolving the meta, as it were, constantly finding new ways to escape enemies. He's been doing that since day 1 in Halo Infinite, and he is always impressing every single time he's on our screen.
The only Rain I'm seeing at the moment is that of gunfire. Fire and brimstone here. 10 kills to 7. It's Formal with the shock rifle. Lines up Suspector. Tags the body. Be enough for damage, but not enough to secure the kill. 2 kills is all that separates them now. 3 go down for OPTIC Gaming, but Formal will just even it up just a touch. Camo's about to pop. Formal knows exactly where Snipe down is. That prediction nade takes the shields. APG on hand to clean it up.
It's almost like he genuinely knew he was there and he was willing for his grenade to do the damage and his teammate to finish him off. Camouflage is going to be the reward here for Formal, but look at that passage of play. It's unorthodox at times from Optic Gaming. They are so patient despite the fact they are so dominant in these games because they know they bide their time and they can make it work. They can be rewarded with a camouflage.
The last time we've seen Formal in a winner's bracket on LAN, on this map, it didn't go according to plan for him. He's trying to right that wrong. He's got camouflage, he's got 4 kills and only 2 deaths with 2 assists. He's trying to put it right. Suspector down to no shields, bottom tower. 1 more to the kill column for Formal.
I believe in his words, he was checked out. I wouldn't say it, I'm not as cool as Formal, but sometimes that happens when you do go up against a player the caliber of Royal 2 when he hits shots like that, but in this tournament, remember, Sentinels down in that elimination bracket. Optic do not have to worry about them right now until potentially a grand final, if that's where they end up, but there is still a long road for them. E-United their first task, and it's looking good so far as Formal just watches over. Silence will surround Recharge here as no one wants to make that first move.
19 kills to 14 then. Stick to the shin. A killing spree. Snipe down goes down once more. Shock rifle and Formal tried to get away. Lucid's gonna join him though in the dirt nap.
A brilliant push though from E-United. When you do see both of these teams slow things down, you know there is going to be a play being called by Ryanu, who by the way is having a far better game here in map number 2. They pushed together, Snipe down was the bait. He got that initial damage, and then Ryanu and the rest of the squad, they followed in as Ryanu gets a big double. And now United starting to light up a little bit, only 4 kills behind.
Currently, Suspector who's holding the breadstick. You must have got it off Ryanu. It's time to turn your fortunes around now. When you're playing against a team with the caliber of Optic Gaming, a team that's looking to go on a championship hunt here, you need all of your players moving in the same direction, pulling their own weight.
It's really crazy, the speed of which this game is being played, how methodical this game is. I, for one, want to hear an Optic listening, so I guess we'll do so with an Astro listening right now.
I think I'm behind you, Matt.
Okay. I'm going for it. Yo, Gold Chair's out in the open, Ryan. Going long haul, really weak, long haul. 2 guys long.
Make sure elevators
They're all running, No, they're all running long haul. Sneaky.
You're weak.
Sneaky, weak.
Elevator, guys.
There's 3 left. I'm looking for that guy.
Top cat. Still top cat. Top tower. Weak. We're going to top tower.
You guys see pot?
Still Matt as well. Careful.
Still top tower, Matt.
I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Yo, top glass. Last week,
Fight with me, gold. Fight with me, gold.
Yo, Eric's on batteries. He's L2. He's L2 right now. L2. Battler's free kill. He just went in.
Yeah, he's weak. Eric, one shot.
Another one. Two more. I have nades on it.
C-pot, Matt. C-pot.
I hear. Yo, 2 guys single door. Triangle one shot. Rain, absolute. Absolute.
They're running
away. Is there still guys C-pot?
Tommy is in turbine, guys.
I'm backing up.
I'm gonna walk her post. I'm gonna come
Let me try and snipe for a second.
I'm gonna come C-pot.
There's a guy around you guys. There was
I hear you.
I'm
here.
Guy bottom tower.
They might hunt you here.
Yo, they're going back to silo. I'm gonna go tower. I'm coming tower.
We're here. Behind them. They're all weak on Matt. Push the Matt. See silo. 2 guys.
Got one.
There's 2 more. A little weak.
All here.
Very weak.
Absolute rain. Absolute on your rain. Back side one shot. 2 silo absolute.
Last guy where?
Other one silo absolute. Back elbow. Elbow one shot. Going
He's still
silo.
here. He's running.
He might be C-plat. He might have got out. Shot. I got him.
Nice, back. Tower weak. Two tower weak on the staircase. There. 2 on the staircase. Both sides. There's 3 tower. Run. 3 tower. Front tower. 3 tower.
He's watching C-plat.
I'm here. Top tower. Going K-Cat.
They're big as camo. Do not go for camo yet.
I'm behind these guys.
Alright, there's 2 tower.
Weak C-plat guys on Tommy. That one's attack.
They have camo. Back. Elbow weak. Eric.
Tommy's looking.
Really weak elbow.
He should die.
Double stack absolute camo. Camo's double stack absolute. Look at my screen.
I see that.
He's left side camo corner now.
Yep, he's down there, Brad.
Still down here.
The communication so fast paced. Formal always sounds like he's trying to sell you a storage unit.
There is so much going on, but what's impressive is they are still reacting to everything they hear. You almost need an extra ear to be able to even know what's going on, but Optic, even with all the craziness that I've just heard, are still putting the kills in the right places. They're still responding in the right ways. They're still pushing in the right areas. As I say, APG gets pushed off the map.
Navigating the carnage. We went to the listen-in. They had a lead. It started to slowly creep their way back into this game, did E-United. But then Optic Gaming have stepped on the gas once more. They found the gear. And they're ahead by 5.
It does look like game one really brought Ryanoob to life though. 12 kills now. It looks like he wants to make up for that game number one, wants to try and really propel United into this series. But as you mentioned, OPTIC Gaming, they allowed United to get back into it, but they just had to shift gears once more. They know full well that if they give United a chance, United will take it. So you have to take this lead and you have to pummel them into the ground.
Keeping them at arm's length. Sniped down, stepped out, too much. Exposed themselves to the Grim Reaper. 2 go down. Ryanoob could be about to join them. Formal trying to stay alive, trying to get the trade. It wasn't to be. 2 kills in favor. Ryanoob goes down once more. It remains a 6-kill game. United desperately trying to cling on to this game.
United are throwing everything at OPTIC right now, but unfortunately there is an answer around every corner. It doesn't matter where you're turning, there is always an OPTIC player, but there is a nice threesome from United. Ryanoob gets the kills, and that's what you need. You need to be holding hands at these points. You need to be cleaning up these one-shots.
Perfect kill for Ryanoob. Shock rifle in the back pocket, not going to use it this time. Camouflage to boot. Has to be effective. APG will miss the headshot by just a pixel. Sends the grenade back to sender. It's 3 kills, all that separates them.
17 kills for Ryanoob. Boy, is he making up for that map number one. 3 kills the difference now, 40 to 37. It slows down ever so slightly, but Ryanoob does have the camouflage, and he knows exactly where Formal is. That's an easy cleanup. Killing spree for him.
Smokes Formal out of his hole like a fox. Takes down one, but Trippy somehow has managed to get a double kill in the process. He's down there brawling bottom elevator. It's 42 to 39. And Ryanoob's trying to scamper away with this shock rifle. He knows how important it can be.
Historically, United have always been one of the best Slayer teams. You've got to prove it now here. It would be so huge. But unfortunately, Ryanoob goes down, and it means it's another 4-kill gap, making a 5-kill gap. Formal's on a tear.
And just like that, no! Formal almost gets himself an overkill. As quickly as you can close the gap, it's how quickly it can be taken away from you. OPTIC Gaming need to.
They've done so well, and every single time United think they're back in it, they rip it right away from them.
And Snipe Down's the final member of United to hit the respawn. OPTIC Gaming double their series lead. The Green Wall need one more.
Let's freaking go.
OPTIC Gaming have their sights on one thing and one thing only, and that is a championship. No matter who is in their way, no matter which player they have to face, they are taking every series as seriously as if it was a grand finals, and that means they will be destroying whoever is in their path.
Taking a look at the stats then. Lucid, 14, 11, 10 assists. And on the other side of things, Ryanoob, he had a much better game too. 18 kills, 14 with the 3 assists. But unfortunately elsewhere, a member of his team started to slack. And OPTIC Gaming, they capitalize.
Fair play to Ryanoob though. You were saying, how is he going to respond? Is that going to damage him for the rest of the series? But he is a veteran. He's been up there for countless years, countless times, and he does manage to put on a show. However, it's going to be so draining, the fact that that does not even get them a win here against OPTIC Gaming. And I tell you what, look at that wonderful dog. Do you know whose dog that is, Richie?
A pure doggo.
That is APG's dog, and boy, does he look like one good pup, and a pup who's very happy that APG and OPTIC Gaming are 2-0 up. But look at that focus. There is only one thing on that brain. It's championships, as I say.
A good boy looking on as Daddy tries to win himself a championship. And he's 2-0 up here in this series. Confirmation 250 to 67 and 50 to 41 Slayer recharge. And as we now head into CTF Bazaar, our OPTIC Gaming about to send United to the elimination bracket.
We have seen some famous Ryanoob plays on Bazaar games, and it's still tough to count this United roster out. Despite how good OPTIC are playing, you always feel like there's still something in the tank from United. We saw that in pool play. They were incredibly impressive. But now can they actually do something here in Bazaar Capture the Flag to make us believe that they can get back into this series? They have to get this first flag, Richie.
OPTIC Gaming then, 1 game away. United, they have to spring to life here, or it will be the taste of the elimination bracket. 5 flags to win here. on Bazaar CTF. It's all to do for E United and the War Machine. It's been chewing up and spitting out all day long.
It is another one of those maps that can be played very slow. It's going to be a tactical battle between these two teams. When do you push? When do you set up? When do you go on to defense and make sure your flag cannot be taken?
We're underway then. Lucid to kick us off. Snipe down, trying to bob and weave. Trying to hide behind that west side. Wow. Not even the Wicked Witch could save him. Lucid now clambers his way, scooches his way over to the rockets. Picks up the boomsticks. The boom box over the shoulder. And he's already having his way here. The freedom of the map, taking up so much space. Flag out and on the move already.
It's already rockets, it's already overshield, it's already a flag from OPTIC Gaming. How do E United respond? Lucid doubles back, will check to see if anyone is going to be flanking. He does find Ryan Noob on his famous flank, and now it's a 4 versus 3 with this flag run.
They've handled Ryan Noob. Snipe down could be about to fall too. He's gotten a trade. Trippy goes down. Whoa. 3 go down for the green wall, and Lucid has got to desperately try and keep this flag alive, perhaps recognizing that it's about to go. And all of a sudden, E United could get a counter cap opportunity.
Always one of the dangers of running it low side is you are very vulnerable to a counter cap. You're very vulnerable to the overextension. But look at OPTIC, all sprint and flip this map on its head. 3 of them are in E United's base right now.
They're gonna have to slay them on the way home. Formal's already got himself dug in deep on the enemy flag. APG down to no shields. 2 kills have gone in favor though, 3 dead for E United. Rain, the only player that can have an influence now. And he's trying to head this flag off at the pass. And Formal's juggling it straight to him, but Lucid's trying to get close.
It's another return, it's another overextension that comes out. This time OPTIC Gaming now will get the opportunity of a counter cap. But E United bust the doors down and say, I tell you what, this flag is not going to be easy whatsoever.
Down in the sewers, trying to clear out the rats. But Lucid goes down. Ryan Noob and Snipe down combined to eliminate 2 players of OPTIC, and that flag opportunity is all but dissipated.
So finally we get a moment of rest between these 2 teams. They're not dashing into each other's bases. Instead, they're going to be setting up for this next set of rockets, this next overshield. As I say that, it's E United, who do get that overshield, and because of it, they get aggressive, they push in.
Signs of life then. E United, although they're not really being the aggressor, and there is some last-ditch efforts to stop the flags, they're still in this game. They're still in this series. They're not going out without a fight. But 2 members do go down. The map's going to reset for a moment.
All you need is one flag cap, and that will just propel the confidence of E United, and you start to break down the morale ever so slightly of OPTIC Gaming. But Assault Rifle does not beat Battle Rifle. I'm sure there's a lot of people happy to see that one.
APG spinning up like a Ninja Death Star into the sky, into the clouds, and away he goes. 4v4 on the map. Stalled for a moment. A few shots echo in the distance. But the rockets for Trippy. He's going to have to take the trade. The Suspector got a little bit too close for comfort.
Now with E United saying they're not great at breaking setups, do you try and play in a way where you encourage a flag pull so you can then go on a counter cap? Maybe you can catch OPTIC Gaming a little bit weak in certain areas. Wouldn't surprise me if Ryan Noob and E United had something like that up their sleeves, but in the early stages it was very back and forth. Flags were being pulled left, right and center. But now things have slowed down ever so slightly. The second set of rockets goes in favor of E United, so they did do better at getting both rockets and overshield second time asking.
2 down for E United. Trippy coming off the respawn, watching his teammates battle it out here for map control. They're in the ascendancy so far. And E United have had to contend with just playing defense for the most part. Trades come through once more. Snipe down, Ryan Noob in the respawn screen. Overshield's going to be so important. It gets grappled into the hands of Trippy. That's teamwork.
That is one of the best assists of a grapple overshield I've seen in quite some time. And Trippy now can use it to full advantage, but he's got to be careful of these nades. Look how defensive E United have got. And they're all throwing 3 nades because they know Trippy's going to be waiting around a corner. But unfortunately, he walks into bar where 3 members of E United are all waiting.
He's walked into a flat with 3 heavies waiting for him. Brass Knuckles ready for a brawl. The riffraff, they come out on top. But Rain desperately trying to stay alive. Back flag here That Sizzle sticks to teammates, and they're coming in almost doing more damage to Formal, but the cavalry's arrived.
It's how much information Formal is relaying, but now they're playing sardines at the moment, both hiding together, and they're going to be caught out by Suspector. So Optic's push gets sought out and gets closed very quickly. And it means that United can force Optic to go back to the drawing board here, as Suspector gets another.
Suspector got 3, throwing Optic Gaming out of his base like a bouncer. Not tonight. You will not be securing that flag over my dead body, and now looks to apply the pressure elsewhere. Shots come through, he has to back down. Contemplating peeking out once more off the ledge. Those grenades are doing a lot of damage. Ryan Noob says, see you later, pal, I'm out of here. And APG is going to bite onto that bait. Trippy gets one on the range. Suspector answers back. But it's United starting to apply the pressure. They're starting to turn the screw.
This passage of play from Suspector has been nothing short but incredible, but unfortunately it might end in a whimper. No, he still stays alive. That's what he's been doing so well. Not only has he been cleaning up the kills, listening to those call-outs, but also the survivability, how he's been escaping these fights. But he just seems to be running at the moment. He needs a little bit of support from the rest of the team.
6 minutes and change left on the clock. We're at deadlock. Overshield about to pop up. Rockets 2. This could be it. This could be the moment to make inroads onto a flag.
The 6th minute is always the most important. Both the goodies on the map. You can often get a pull if you can get both. It's Ryan Noob who gets the rockets and the overshield. Now you have to make this count, but unfortunately, all of his teammates are down, so it's a matter of just playing defense here. That's a whiff, does finally get it, but at what cost? He's lost everything.
All his friends were dead. They pushed him to the edge. He goes down as well, too. Eliminate. Trippy and APG have to look on as Formal and Lucid play defense. The trades have gone their way. Snipe down into the air vent, desperately trying to stay alive. Bulldog to boot. Can he start to do some damage? Can he have an influence here with that weapon?
Needs to stay alive with that Bulldog. It's been so influential so far. Both of them have been timing it successfully. Has played such a big part in a lot of these kills, but it has been absolute carnage so far here on Bazaar. No flags to speak of, but a constant battle in the middle of the map, especially after the flips we had in the first couple of minutes.
It's a slobber knocker, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Snipe down with the Bulldog. He gets one. APG has his dog looking on. Snipe down's got it in his hands. He's also got the flag. Pulls it out. APG wants a bite, wants a scrap. When he comes out on top. 2 kills though. Now in favor of United. They've got a flag on the move. Can Trippy and Lucid stop it in his tracks? He's picked up a couple of sizzle sticks on the way home. He passes through the double doors. Can United escort this one? Ryan Noob clambers up. Can he slide it home? Yes, he can! United draw first blood.
Finally a flag is captured, and finally a flag is run through the middle of the map, not down low through the Bulldog area, through those sewers. It means as long as you're getting the slays, you are far more in an advantageous position and more likely to get that capture. Now Optic have to get aggressive. Now Optic need to be the ones pushing into the base and getting flags.
Optic Gaming thus far. They've been dropping down low then. They've been picking it up slow. And unfortunately they find themselves down 1-0 in the game. And Suspector with the overshield brawling again. And they're in the right side of the map as far as they're concerned. Will time start to play its part. 3 minutes 30 on the clock.
I will say in the early stages it looked like Optic were going to be on top of Rockets, on top of Overshield, but ever since then they've been all E-United every single time. The most recents have constantly gone in their favor. They haven't necessarily put them to work, but they are still 1-up, so they're going to be more than happy. As long as you keep Rocket and Overshield out of Optic's hands, it's going to be very difficult for them to break in and get that flag.
Ryan Noob made himself a very difficult kill, but you can see exactly why Formula has positioned himself here. Rockets are going to pop up any second, and Optic Gaming need them to help their cause, to tie up this game, but Snipe Down descends, fires one, picks up a 2-for-1 meal deal.
It's another set of rockets, and again it's for United. It's 3 dead for Optic Gaming, and Snipe Down says, you know what, screw it, we need to push in, we can get another flag, we can finish this game. But he does turn back on himself. He is smartly just backing away from that one and waiting for the rest of the team.
Snipe Down walked in through the double doors. He wasn't invited, said, whoa, I'm sorry boys, wrong house. Turned around, thought better of it. Ryan Noob though, the call must come. Are they going to try and play slow, eat up the clock, and make this a really difficult game?
Well, I've seen E United win a King of the Hill 1-0 this tournament, so I'm sure they can make it work in a bizarre capture the flag of all places. Overshield coming up in 10 seconds. Ryan Noob knows that. He's communicated that. 2 are dead on OPTIC's side. This could be another overshield going in favor of EU.
And the impetus is well and truly on OPTIC Gaming to make moves. But it's Ryan Noob who's dragging his team forward, using that grapple that we've seen already before over his shield, secure. And could that be the difference maker? Could that secure map number 3?
Well, that's arguably going to be another 30 seconds here where OPTIC Gaming can't really lead the charge, can't really push, because they're going to be going up against an overshield. They have to wait for it to be depleted, either deplete it yourself, or at least wait that time, and then you've got to go for a push.
There is a lot of members of OPTIC Gaming trapped in the sewers. Ryan Noob marshals them well. Snipe down, picks up one on the Trippy. And with 1:25 left, E United have OPTIC Gaming right where they want them.
They really do, and they're outslaying them so heavily as well. Look at those stats. Snipe down with 24 kills at the moment. It's a bit of a struggle bus on the other side for OPTIC Gaming. It won't be the first time we've seen them drop maps this tournament, but it will be such a confidence builder for E United if they can get hold of it. Just 1 minute left to defend this 1 flag lead.
Snipe down. He was doubted. He was criticized. He was underrated, undervalued perhaps on FaZe. And look at the performance he's putting in here against arguably the best team in the land. Double kill for Ryan Noob, and that only increases the pressure now. OPTIC Gaming are running out of time.
40 more seconds of defense. Ryan Noob's got all the goodies to try and work with. He'll communicate that to the rest of the team of where these players are, but this is smart. Go back even further. Pull back that line. Make sure that line of defense is as far back as possible so that if we see a couple of kills go in favor of OPTIC Gaming, it's still going to be difficult for them to pick up that flag.
Killing spree for Ryan Noob. He's been instrumental in everything that's been going right for E United in this latter stages of the game. And only 10 seconds remain. He's not interested in setting up in his own base. He wants to bring the fight. He takes down Lucid. He scampers away. Time is going to run out, and E United are going to get on the board. It's 2-1 here.
And E United fans quite rightly celebrating in the audience because they know we now have a series on our hands. OPTIC could not get through E United's defense throughout that entire game. A masterclass on Bazaar. Perfectly set up in the middle of the map for the fact they were still able to get that cap when OPTIC were at their weakest. The overshields, the rockets constantly going in favor of E United. Pure perfection.
And Formal spoke about it in the interview, how much he appreciates and how it helps when you have the green wall on your side and all of a sudden you can hear a pin drop in here. Is the possibility, is the opportunity here for E United to cause the upset and perhaps the reverse sweep.
If E United can silence the green wall, then that would be a very tall task, but at the moment it looks like they at least have the opportunity to do so after that game 3. Look at that damage though from Snipe Down, 6.9k, almost toppling 7,000 damage. He had absolutely everything in that game. Now for OPTIC, they have to respond, and it has to be on oddball streets. It's another setup heavy game type where this is really going to be a clash of heads once more.
And Snipe Down. No amount of vaccines is going to stop the Rona. I'll tell you one thing, he sparked himself into life. Chip on his shoulder. The series 2-1 now. And all of a sudden it's a different conversation. It's not the steamroll that OPTIC Gaming we're hoping for.
Yeah, this was looking like a guaranteed 3-0 at one point.
Yeah.
And United needed that first flag, and maybe a Bazaar cap to the flag was the perfect game type for them because it's so slow, it's so tactical, it's so methodical. And Ryan Noob and the rest of the team were really able to pick apart OPTIC's weaknesses. Now you've got to do exactly the same thing. How is your homework? How is your research? Where is the weakness here for OPTIC Gaming on oddball streets?
The starting strats are going to be so important for E United. Can they create something? Make OPTIC Gaming a little bit uncomfortable. This is the exact same situation that OPTIC Gaming found themselves in against Sentinels at Kansas City. And we all know how that story ended.
United have yet to lose an oddball game so far this tournament. They are 4-0. They found so much success with this game type. That being said, OPTIC have also looked good in Streets oddball. So it's going to be one of those cases of who's going to be stronger, who has more weaknesses though on the other side. In the early stages, Trippy is going to have that ball. OPTIC are going to be able to set up. So it's a matter of E United needing to break first here.
OPTIC Gaming just settling the pace then, settling the nerves. 23 seconds. Already amount. They're already a quarter of the way there to round one. But Rain and Ryan who have come into PD and trying to open the jail cells. Rain over towards Cafe, got a teammate in support. And Formal now front tram, getting himself into a spot of bother. Two members could be about to hit the respawn screen for E United, but no, somehow the Wiggles for Suspector gets one. It's 2v2. Snipedown's got ball, and the call has come to rotate, but he's taking a hell of a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, but he is running in the right way. Look at the cover coming from Ryan Noob and Rain now. Formal's going to get aggressive. He heard the call, but where is Snipedown? He finds him. Double kill. Get the Bulldog. And it is a fantastic break from OPTIC Gaming.
All four dead. The setup was made of glass, and it's been smashed to pieces. Two members of E United in arcade. Suspector tries to get to his teammates, taken down to no shield. That will stop the push for just a moment.
The green wall sings out through the arena here in Orlando once more. They start to believe, the confidence is flowing back through their veins, just as it is for their players. Lucid picks up a double. Formal has watch over this, but rockets are about to pop, so these next kills are massive.
The green wall has found their voice, and the team is starting to put it together. 47 to 19, and for E United, they have to fight uphill. Spawns have been favorable though, over towards PD. Suspector back tower. Formal's in a bit of a pinch, a spot of bother, and Ryan Noob picks up a double kill.
Considering E United have said themselves they struggle to break setups, that has not been apparent so far in this game. Two successful breaks right at the start and just now, and not only did they get their setup break, they also have rockets.
Snipedown, laser focus, ensures APG will be the first victim of the rocket, but all of a sudden the sentinel beam comes through. Trippy's got ball, and he's trying to bring it all the way home. But E United still want to play. They want to touch, they want to kick about. Ryan Noob top tower, unaware that Lucid with the ball is trouncing towards him. 3 dead for E United.
The rotations have been on point from OPTIC Gaming. Trippy maneuvering his way around the map so successfully as Lucid elsewhere is frying with the Sentinel beam. Trying to dance around this wall at the moment, eventually will go down, but he's bought so much time here. 75 seconds now on the clock here for OPTIC Gaming.
E United have to fight uphill. They've got the man advantage for a moment, but not for long. As Lucid gets involved once more. BR shots ring out all over the streets. Formal in a 1v1, hits 4 perfect shots on the Snipedown. Not interested in getting the ball just yet. He knows 2 members of E United are around them. Lucid's in a 1v1, Suspector down to no shields. He'll be handled. Rockets in 12 seconds or so. Rain, bottom middle on the ATM. But he's forgotten his bank card. He will go down.
It's just all the micro decisions from Formal at the moment. It's placing shields, it's suddenly watching angles, it's the grenades that he's throwing. Excellent play in the moment, and he's rewarded with rockets as well. Maybe slightly overexposing himself, but it won't matter because look where the ball is. 99 ticks to 100. OPTIC take round number 1.
Round 1 in the bag. But much like Sentinels, they secured round 1. They need to get through this. No more hiccups. And Ryan Noob has somehow whisked away with his life down bottom middle. Suspector's in trouble though. Rockets for Snipedown. One's gonna shoot a flare. Nothing but marshmallows. Not going to connect, not going to do the damage. Ryan Noob gets a kill elsewhere. It's a 3v3 on the map, but APG ensures 3 dead for E United. Snipedown desperately trying to keep them off the ball, but has to give it up.
It is often evident of 2 very good teams when you see a round finish that quickly, but with significant amount of ball time scored on both sides. There was big chunks, there was good setups, But unfortunately, the setup just became too strong for OPTIC Gaming. And United were unable to break it right at the end. Now, they need to be more successful with their breaks. They need pushes like that, working in tandem and using as much damage as possible to break down the barriers so they can get hold of this ball.
Is this a step too far? A step too soon for E United? Are they putting something together? Something special? But is it going to take time? Will they look a better outfit in a few weeks? They're still in this series, they're still in this game, but OPTIC Gaming are just starting to take control now.
Oh, I think E United will be delighted they're even in the conversation for top 4 after the disappointment they had coming into this tournament. And yes, they will get better and better, but it is not over yet. You break this setup, you put yourself in a position where you can get a significant amount of ball time and you can still get back into this round. You can still take this to a game 5. Snipe down a little bit, lost on benches, but gets a trade.
Gets a trade when he had no right to. Down in the fight. 44 seconds to 0 though. E United yet to register a single point. Rockets about to pop very, very shortly. And it's the Spectre over in the cafe. Has to give it up as the pressure's coming. Lucid at the bus station trying to stay alive. Gets the trade. It's all he can settle for. All 4 dead now for OPTIC Gaming.
Finally, all 4 dead. Every single time before it was 3 dead, it was 2 dead. There was always a straggler staying alive. E United couldn't find him. Now you've got all 4 dead. Now you've got the rockets. Now you've got the ball. Now you have to make it count.
Confident in their setups.
Ball carrier kill.
Can they hold on? Can they stop the push? 2 members have gone down very quickly. Formal scampers up the stairs and in the tram. He hasn't even bought a ticket. And once more, that setup wasn't worth anything.
Rain will want those rockets back. Unfortunately, his second one just not connecting the way he would have wanted to. Oh, how different it could have been. And now APG takes the battles, knows the ball is gathering time. And unfortunately for Ryanoob, APG has his head on a swivel and will finish that kill.
APG, a special, special talent. And that man on your screens, Formal, multiple FPS champion, one of the best to ever do it. Trying to guide, trying to lead this team to its first ever LAN championship. They require 41 more seconds to punch their ticket to winners finals.
I can't see Formal retiring until he gets yet another championship under his belt in Halo Infinite. I tell you what, I can't even see him retiring with how successful he has been from game to game. Every iteration of Halo we've seen him in, he's been phenomenal. 3 go dead though for OPTIC Gaming. Life still left in this one from E United.
Lucid with the commando, doing a lot of damage, somehow still manages to pick up the trade. Snipe down, currently sitting at 8 and 13, a bit of a slower game, a bit of a slower round for E United, it must be said. And OPTIC Gaming are in the ascendancy. Rockets doing the damage, punching a hole in E United now. And all of a sudden APG's got his hands on the ball, he's back tram. And I've seen this picture before.
Frame it, because it might be the last picture you see. This could be the final setup of this series if E United aren't careful. But I tell you what, that's a good grenade. That's one way to open this setup.
73 to 19. Formal trying to clean up the kill, will have to settle once more for the trade. 3 went down though for OPTIC Gaming in the process. And here's Snipe down. Form is temporary, class is permanent. And he has had a huge tournament. Still a lot left to play for as well. How he would love to put OPTIC Gaming in the elimination bracket. But right now, OPTIC are looking sturdy.
Unfortunately, every single time E United have control, they're always giving away that first death. They cannot afford for that to be happening time and time again. OPTIC just pick that one player apart, and then they have the player advantage, then they can push in. However, E United have done the same. Trippy goes down, Lucid is under bombardment from grenades. It's not going to be the game over just yet. E United are going to have one last chance here.
You might be able to dodge a wrench. A grenade is a different story entirely. Trippy drops the shield. And he's looking to fight it out, bottom middle. Rockets in 20, will we even need them? Will they be called upon to settle this squabble on streets? 11 seconds is all that's required. But OPTIC Gaming have all the time in the world.
The winners finals is starting to loom here now for OPTIC Gaming. It's becoming increasingly more likely. Ball resets, and that's going to be an easy grab for Drippy if he wants it. But no, he wants blood right now.
Opts to Slay instead. Takes down the first point of contact in rain. Formal's eyes trained on those rockets. Stalker rifle overlooking them. Not too comfortable in his surroundings. Has to get rid of those spiker grenades. Rockets though, Suspectors whisk them up and taking them away. But has he let straight onto the lap of Formal? Somehow, some way, Formal comes out on top and scoops up the rockets.
And OPTIC come flying in, but sniped down with a big double. A much needed double to keep them alive here. But you've got to do more. 4 dead for OPTIC Gaming. And E United get their last chance. They get their last opportunity to get back into this game.
Last chance to Loon then. Because 45 seconds is all that's on the clock. OPTIC can just make them drop the ball. Make them fight. This will do. Snipedown has got to drop the ball to fight. Get himself out of a jam. He's thrown it bottom middle. But is that to be a mistake? Because the pressure's coming. Formula 1v1. Snipedown makes no mistake with those shots. Gets himself 2.
It's another big double. Brian Noob though against Lucid. Lucid last remaining player. 28 seconds left on the clock. OPTIC Gaming just need to watch the ball. And now E United off spawn. They are going to be so frantic to try and get a touch on this. This should be a victory here.
Have OPTIC Gaming learned from their mistakes of the past? 10 seconds is all that remains. The ball has been reset. 3 members of E United are over in position. They scooped up the ball, but it's food and drink for the green wall. And Suspectors in big trouble. 4 dead. 3-1 the series score. And OPTIC Gaming are in the winners finals.
And you wouldn't have predicted it any other way with how OPTIC have been playing this tournament. But E United gave it a damn good try, taking 1 map off them, but just couldn't get close enough on Oddball Streets. Couldn't break those setups quick enough either. As for OPTIC, their eyes now get set on that winners final. And a clash with either Cloud9 or FaZe, which is sure going to be a juicy matchup.
Beta time. Better hop in these. some hard point, shall we?
Target area to win. Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point.
Enemy is close.
My God.
Throwing Semtex.
Target area up.
Throwing Semtex. On your six.
target area. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
This time to kill is fucking stupid.
Enemies inside the perimeter. The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Enemy UAV overhead. Outside the perimeter. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Changing mag. Capture the hard point. Enemy UAV active. Hostile UAV in the area. Locating the next enemy deployed a counter UAV. Enemy UAV active. Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Fucking rig.
Concerning the next hard point. Stand by. Enemy personnel at the hard point. Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
On your six.
Enemy overhead. Friendly UAV.
Ah. Oh my god. I'm finessing Connor. God help me. Nice. J-Bone went huge. Ah. That's really bad. Ah, Molotov. Over here? My back too, bro. That's some good times though. Bro, how do they have 25 seconds? I want to know. Oh, it's...
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
Reloading.
Mixing!
Compromised. Secure the area.
I'm telling you. Nice! Oh, another one. Who wants it? Dang! I'll go with that.
We have taken the lead.
Got one. Teammate, go big. There's two in front of you. Come on, two.
Secure the target area. We've lost the lead. Our UAV is orbiting the area. Counter UAVs on station. Enemy UAV active. Enemy personnel at the hard point.
I think I just got shot through a wall.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
No, dude, they're both one shot. Sorry, Connor. No, the time that he got sent prone. Ow, they. Ow, ow. Bro, I'm. Dude, we need to run quick.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Got your back. Hardpoint compromised.
Approaching from the rear. Flash out!
Enemies inside the perimeter. We secured the lead. Enemy spotted. UAV online.
Changing back. I'm on your 6.
Friendly UAV on station. Location updated. Capture the hard point. The enemy is taking the lead. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Enemy UAV active.
Watching your six.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Location updated. Capture the hardpoint. Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile war strike in the area. Compromised. Secure the area. Enemy UAV active.
Some fucking shit.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Enemy UAV overhead. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Friendly UAV online. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
With you till the end. Trophy system deployed.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Changing max.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Mission failed. Return to base. Point. Further one, control the target area to win. Target area located. Secure the hard
These guys are just sitting in fucking corners.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get ready. Hostile UAV in the area. Location updated. Capture the hardpoint. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Throwing Semtex.
We've lost half the field. Fight back.
Switching lanes.
Hardpoint relocated. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Enemy UAV overhead.
Stun grenade out. Throwing Semtex. Got you covered. Stun grenade out.
Secure the area. In the area. Enemies in sector. Confirming the next hardpoint. Stand by. Location updated. Capture the hardpoint.
Yeah, that's right. Jesus. First time I get that map and that happens.
I having a streak. This nigga wanted to play this shit so bad. This nigga leaves the game, bro. What the fuck? I'm getting teased, bro.
Two niggas are not even dying. Nigga got 30 kills.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I don't know how these niggas do it.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
I always die from somebody waiting for me.
Enemy UAV active.
What are you talking about, bro? Yo, what? With the MP5?
Okay, hardpoint. Get ready.
Yo, I'm not about to get fucking...
Hostile cluster mine deployed. Enemy cluster mine at the hardpoint. Enemy counter UAV is active. Secure the area.
Reloading.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.